Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Fangirls Only. This week's special guest is Green Knuckle Material. Oh my God. Before we start, do you guys want to tell us a little about yourself, like the band or introduce yourselves?
Well, I'm Dan,
I'm also Dan.
and we're Green Knuckle Material from New Jersey.
When did you guys start the band, and is there a backstory behind the group name?
When did we start? So we didn't start the band. The guys who started the band, both of them are not in the band anymore. Not for any, they just kind of decided to leave. So there were these two kids, Ryan and Chris. They started this band in their basement in high school. They were just like kind of getting high, and one was a rapper, one was an acoustic guitar player. And then Chris and I were friends in college, and we really started it as a band. Like it was just like a little like thing that they did in their basement. And then Ryan, who was the original singer and guitar player, immediately disappeared. We didn't know where he went.
He became a tree in the wilderness.
Yeah, it turns out we talked to him like months later. He was in
He was a tree.
somewhere in South America. I forget where it was. I think he was in like Nicaragua or something. So he was just gone. So then I took over as the lead singer. So it was me and Chris, and then Chris, after the first maybe 6 months,
Became a cactus person and then was shot in the head.
Dan's talking about the comic book.
So
I'm giving you the real backstory, and he's giving you our fictional canon. So Chris left the band after about 6 months, and then Dan joined up. We had another rapper for a while, and then he left. We don't really have a rapper anymore, so we don't really do the rap thing. And now we are GKM. I've been in this band 7 years.
Oh.
Yeah, about 7 years.
no,
7 years.
I've only been in 6 though.
Well, I've been in about a year longer than you.
Yeah.
So
it's been a while.
yeah, I think the first 6 months of the band we weren't playing shows. We were just kind of writing and recording an EP or an album,
I feel like
and then we played shows for a little bit after that, and then Chris left.
you're talking about before me.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say I feel like I played a show like instantly after coming into the
Yeah,
band.
we were already starting. We had
The
played
meat
shows,
locker.
a few shows. We had played a few shows before Dan joined, but we probably played maybe a handful of them before he joined the band, and then we played a lot of shows, and now we've played probably
lot.
like 200 shows since as a band.
Probably more.
Yeah, more than that.
Okay, so do you guys have any shows planned for this year? And if so, which show are you most excited for?
Well, we got a tour coming up in February because we're releasing Julia.
Mm-hmm.
That was a song that I think Brandon sent you. I don't know. Did you listen to Julia?
Yeah, I have. It's really good.
Thank you. So that comes out February 10th, and we'll be touring that song. Few dates in February. I think we're doing Philly, then Maryland, and New York City. So probably New York City is the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
Although Philly is always really fun. We got a couple other really exciting shows that we can't say anything about yet because they haven't been officially announced.
Why don't
so,
we just say something about them, and then this could be like the sneak preview or like the.
because there's contractual reasons why I can't
Well, don't
say anything
you don't
about.
have to. You don't have to announce that one, but the one in April, you could say.
Okay, we'll be playing. You ever hear the Stone Pony in Asbury Park? So we'll be headlining there in April.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Stone Cold.
That's official now. Ooh.
But
We're still the Rock to the Top competition champions there, 4 years running.
Yeah, they don't do the competition anymore. We're the last champs, so
Yeah.
we kind of own the place now. No, the Pony's been good to us. They've given us a couple. This is our second headline show there. They've given us a lot of like support slots, so I can't complain too much.
so you guys have a new song called Julia coming out on February 10th, which is from the teaser already sounds amazing. So what can we expect from this song?
It's got energetic pop punk vibes or punk rock, kind of like 90s emo or 90s 2000 emo rock.
It's not 90s emo. There's no such thing as that.
Yeah, no, 2000s emo rock. It's cool. It's got a catchy hook, and cool vibes.
I think like early Panic at the Disco was what we were kind of, not what we were going for, but kind of what we ended up with.
Yeah.
So we worked with this producer, Kyle Black, who he's produced for. He did a couple State Champs albums. He's done he produced maybe 1 or 2 songs for Paramore. He's done Real Friends, Neck Deep. So like anybody who's who in the pop punk scene, he's produced for at least a little bit, or at least mixed for. So it's been a lot of fun working with him. It's a little bit of a struggle because he's out in LA, so we do it virtually. But we get a really good product, so I can't complain too much.
Yeah, I think the song came out really great, and I'm super excited for it to finally be released.
Same.
Okay, so how would you guys describe your sound and music to someone who has never heard before?
Confused, like really, really try hard. Like it's trying so hard to be awesome and do all these different things, and it's only succeeding at doing that like 1% of the time. So
I guess really try hard. Yeah, really, we're super try hard.
it's like, yeah, I think try hard is the best way to put it, because we're constantly trying to write like these epic, amazing songs, and maybe they never come out exactly the way we're trying to make them sound.
They're never as epic as we want.
Yeah,
but they're still pretty epic.
but they're cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think our music's interesting, and I think a lot of people would enjoy our music. It's catchy and upbeat and
epic,
energetic and epic. Yeah, it's not the happiest music though. It's like
No.
we're like it's upbeat and energetic, but like the lyrics are often very dark or sad.
We tried to write a happy song the other day.
It is awful.
So bad. I was just like, this is making me uncomfortable. Like
the lyrics were literally, "I don't want to be happy anymore."
I was like, that's the happiest lyric.
I don't want to be happy anymore.
You'll never hear that song because it was terrible.
Sometimes the happiest songs are the hardest to write.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
I feel like I have no happiness.
and the sad ones come so naturally to us.
Yeah. No, I've written some of the best songs that I've written. When I've been like super depressed.
Julia isn't super sad though.
No, but you were.
It's not even sad lyrics.
But it was kind of like about like you were going through a hard time and turmoil when you wrote it, like an inner turmoil.
I'm always going through inner turmoil.
Yeah, Julia was like, explain what the song's about.
Julia is about. It's like basically a metaphor, because like you could take the song literally, like it's a girl named Julia, or you could take it metaphorically, where it's like that thing in your life that you should be staying away from. So I feel like everybody's got a Julia, whether it's drugs or alcohol or video games or a girl named Julia. But
which for Dan was a little more literally a girl named Julia.
I guess not really.
I mean, yes,
it was more the inspiration for the song, like the inspiration of the idea rather than actual experience. But I guess it translates from actual experience too.
I would say, remembering when we wrote it, it wasn't really. It was such a little thing that was like, dude, that's not even a big deal. Like he has a girlfriend. He met this girl Julia. He's like, oh, I'm sorry if Jen sees this. He's like, I'm actually like, I'm attracted to this girl. And then he felt like this immense guilt about it. And that, I feel like, was the inspiration for the song, was, stay away from that kind of temptation. But he never, it was like such a fleeting thing. And I just told him, it's just
I guess
a
that's
normal,
an interesting way to, like, that's how, I guess that's how you
that was my
saw it.
interpretation of when you explained what had happened, the inspiration of the song. But it was such a small moment in your life. But everybody goes through those.
And it created such a cool song.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, is there any song by any artist in any era that you wish you have written?
Ooh.
Wait, I wish I have written?
Any song by any artist in any era?
That I wish I wrote. That's such a great question.
I think for both of us, it would probably be an Ed Sheeran song.
Really? Yeah, I'm obviously going to say
My first thought was Thinking Out Loud.
That's the greatest love song of all time.
Yeah, I wish I wrote that shit.
Yeah, that's an Ed Sheeran song. Be cool to write.
It's got to be
a major hit.
If it's got to be Thinking Out Loud or Perfect, because those are like.
Or Shape of You, which shattered records.
Yes, maybe.
But that's not as good as the song.
Not a good song.
Yeah, it's not as good as, like, Castle on the Hill is a better song than Shape of You.
Like, if I wrote Thinking Out Loud and, like, I went to, like, my fiance and was like, I wrote you this song, that would be it. I'd be set for life.
You know what I wish I wrote? Mr. Brightside. Because
that's a good song too.
Every band in the world has to play that song at some point.
No, but it's Dear Maria.
That's not even as close to Mr. Brightside though.
Yeah,
Like,
but
every band plays Mr. Brightside. So if I wrote Mr. Brightside, I would probably never have to do anything ever again.
I don't think the Killers even tour or like put out music or do anything anymore. I haven't like. She's like, I don't know.
They don't need to. They already wrote
Yeah.
Mr. Brightside. Thank goodness we already did write Hotel California. Otherwise, I might say that one, but we did write that. So
yeah, we actually always play Hotel California. We usually close out our sets with that.
With the first song we ever wrote together.
Yeah, and I tell the crowd like, oh, this is the first song we ever wrote. We were a one-hit wonder band. Some people actually think it's our song,
and they're like, "Whoa, these guys wrote that."
Yeah, some people are not that.
And then people would be like, "That's Eagles." I'm like, "Who are they?
Who are the Eagles?" You know, I'm gonna spoil something for you. That whole bit I got. You ever hear a band Modern Baseball?
No.
So I got that bit from this band Modern Baseball. They used to do that with Mr. Brightside.
Mm.
So that's how they used to encore with it. I thought it was the funniest show.
Bit?
You rip every bit is ripped, dude. It's like good. The best bits are ripped.
Yo, now those are song lyrics. The best bits are ripped.
We're not writing a song right.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a spoiler right here on the podcast.
Okay, so that was all the questions. So thank you guys so much for coming on. It's great having you.
Yeah, it was awesome chatting.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No problem. Goodbye.
All right. Have a nice night.
You too.